Hello students, welcome to the science class. Yesterday we had started the new chapter, that is chapter 6 of your book Animal Life, where we had seen that how the abiotic and the biotic factors of the environment are so much interdependent. That is in terms of soil or sunlight or gases or water, how we are dependent on these inanimate factors. Okay, so today also we will learn some of the other interesting topics. Let's see. Before going into the details of the chapter, let me tell you this chapter is about the animal life. So you will learn all the different activities of animals in this chapter. Okay, so let's proceed. Now, first we need to tell you what is habitat. Although we had already mentioned what is habitat, that is animals of different shape, different sizes are there. Some animals are microscopic like amoeba, or maybe some animals are macroscopic, that is very large like elephants. Now these animals all living in their surroundings, and this surrounding in which the animal naturally live is generally called as habitat. Okay, so the what we can say, that is a place or a location where an organism live or resides. Now five different kinds of animal habitats generally are found in nature. These are what? These are the forest, these are the desert, these are the fresh water, these are the marine water, and the polar and mountainous region. Okay, so different plants and animals are found in these different habitats. Now the every animal, not only animal, even the plant also, they have a special kind of body features which is helping to suit them or adjust them with the surrounding. So the special features that animal possess to our survive in the surrounding or in the environment is known as the adaptation. Okay, so later on, so now before going into the detailed description of the habitat, we must say or we must know that is the special feature that is allowing the animal to stay in that particular environment is known as the adaptation. So here you can see the giraffe. These animals are considered to be a mammal, that is the most evolved. Zebra, these they have a striped coating which is helping to adjust them with the surrounding. That is a kind of an adaptation which help them to protect themselves from the predators. Predators means who will hunt them, who will kill them. This is the polar bear. You can see the polar bear's body color or the fur color helping them to adjust with the surrounding, that is they live in the snow. Here is the picture of the giraffe. You can see they are so long-tailed animals. This giraffe also has long neck, which is allowing them to reach in the high height of the trees to eat the tender leaves. Okay, so these are the different types of adaptation different animals possess. See, this bird, they are getting the nectar from the flower, and for that reason they have a very peculiar beak structure for which they can take the nutrition, they can take the food from the flower by means of this beaks. Here you can see the insectivorous plant, that is there are some plants who require the protein in terms of insects. So what do they do? As the insects or any say insect, mainly they come into the leaf, they trap the insects and they eat. And eat means they consume that, and from their body they get the nutrient. Even this structure we know that is the stomata of the leaf, that is they are how they are opening and closing in order to run the system. So here is the adaptation of the different plants and animals which are showing how are they adjusting with the surrounding, with their surrounding, in order to get the better life. Okay, so this is called as the adaptation. Now there are, as I had told you before, there are different types of habitats. Okay, you can see the polar habitat where the polar bear are moving on the snow, the grassland where the elephant is there, the uh, forest habitat where different types of animals are present, etc. So first we will see the forest habitat. Now this is forest is generally a most, it's a large area and covered with the green vegetation. Here you can see these are containing the tall trees and different types of plants, and they are, obviously forest is the home for many animals, because all these trees are there, these are the home of many animals, and like the monkeys and the birds, and even the forest climate, because climatic condition, that is the sunlight is not always very prominent in all the places, because all these places are mostly covered with the plant. You can see hardly any sunlight enters, and also the dark area which contains little bit lower temperature than outside. So this condition is ideal for some animals to survive. So here we can see the forest which is home for different types of animals as well. Now it is home for those animals, even those who are living in the caves, like say for example bear. Now you cannot expect a cave in the bear market open area. Obviously we need a forest covered, we need a shed, we need a tree cover to form the nest, and which is from the caves of the bear, and they are present in the forest. And also for those which live in the soil and make the burrows, you can see that is the rabbit, rat, the earthworm, snake. See, you can see the burrow, the burrow of the snake they have made, the burrow of the rat they have made. So these animals, they can, or maybe the caves of the bear or caves of the lion, they are forming the caves, they are residing in the forest, along with some soil animals like those who are also forming the burrows in the soil. All of them have a home which is called as the forest. Next habitat we can see, oh, this is the habitat of a rabbit. This is the burrow of a rabbit. Okay, so next habitat what we can see is the, what is it? Yes, this is the desert. Okay, very nice. So in the desert, this is the large area which is filled by the sand all around. And the character, one of the most important characteristic of the desert is that it has got a very little rainfall. Even you can found, this is the cactus, you can find this is the cactus, this plant is called as the cactus. Now they have a special area which is the desert, where they are mostly found. And as they receive very scanty rainfall, most of the time the deserts are very arid, in a sense very dry. And so these are generally the sand, even there on, first of all there is a huge sand covered, and second of all there is a very hardly very little rainfall. So the plants which are present in the desert, they are adjusted into that environment, adjusted into that particular area. Okay, now the most interesting desert animal is the camel. So I'll come here. So but here the sand is hot during the day. This is one of the very important characteristics of the desert, that is the sand is very hot during the day. Even if you go to any area which is covered with the sand, there may not be the desert, maybe the beach side, you can see it is so the water is so much, but yet then the date in the daytime it is the sand is totally covered by your high sunlight, and so the sand is so hot during the desert, during the daytime in the desert. But the rivers phenomenon happens at night. At night it is so cold during the night, so desert have a very extreme climate. So some of the important animals which can found in the desert is, this is the lizard of the desert. Okay. uh, and this is also a rattlesnake which is found mostly in the desert. Okay. But the most common animal which are found in the desert is camel. You know that camel have certain adaptive features, certain special features which is has made them the most prominent animals in the desert. Okay. So whenever we talk about the desert, the first thing which comes into our mind is the stretches of land with sand and one camel. Okay. But excepting camel, as I had shown you, the lizard as well as the rattlesnake, these are also found very common in the desert. Okay. Next, this region after desert, this region gives a very beautiful cool feeling, that is the polar and the mountainous region. Okay. So in this area, there is a very less temperature, as a result of which we get all over snow. These are very interesting animals which are found in the polar region, like the penguin, like the polar bear, like the seal fish. So different types of animals are found in the polar region. These areas are mostly covered with the snow. They are very cold throughout the year. Obviously, they are covered with the snow, and the most importantly, the northwest Greenland part, they are the pole, they are the polar region. And also you can see in the picture, it is so very covered with the snow all around the area. This so the animals which have special adaptive features can be only the animal which can stay in the mountain. In this context, we can tell the example of the polar bear. You can see they are so happily, so easily roaming in the polar region, in the mountainous region, because their fur, their body structure, all are giving them warmth to stay in that area. This is another very important feature, among the important animal which are found in the polar region. These are the penguin. You can see these are the penguins. They are also very prominent birds which are found in the polar region. This is another very important and interesting animal, walrus. They can be found very prominent. They are also very important and eminent animals which are found in this polar region. And this is what, can you tell me? Yes, this is the seal. This is the sealfish which can also be found in the polar region. So whatever animals we had seen, the polar bear, the penguins, the walruses, the seal, all these animals are found in the polar region. Okay. Now the next, yes, this is very easy to guess. This is the ocean. This region is one of the important habitat which is surrounding the earth. You can see these are so beautiful area. These are so beautiful region, different types of waves, different types of tides, different pattern, different vegetation, different animal life, flora, fauna. All these are found in the ocean, making it a very interesting place on the earth. The most interesting animal which are found in the sea beach as well as in the sea are, this is what, yes, starfish. This is a kind of an, although this is not a fish, this is a kind of echinodermata which you will learn when you will grow, go to higher classes. This is a kind of an animal which is looking like a star, so they are called as the starfish. This is very sweet. This animal, all of you know, are very, very favorite. What is that? Yes, this is dolphin. Very favorite animal of ours. Next is, this is what? Yes, this is one of the very interesting animal of the sea, that is the whale. Amongst which the blue whale is the most large animal in the world. Okay. Next, this is octopus. Yes, this is also a peculiar animal. They have certain adaptive features. I will tell you when you go to higher classes. And this is also, see, the shark. This is the one of the dangerous animals of the sea. The people who are migrate, who move or transport through the sea, they are very much aware of these animals. Okay, they are very dangerous. And one more interesting animal I'll show you, that is the jellyfish. You can see it in the seashore. Lot of jellyfishes were found in some few years along the coastal areas of Digha. They were seen dead, lying dead on these coastal beaches. And then the reason ultimately the scientists took out as the pollution. Okay, so this is one of the interesting animals which we can found in the sea. Okay, next is the very peaceful, very sweet, very interesting environment or habitat, that is the fresh water. You can understand this fresh water is so very scarce, and as a result of which we need to conserve this fresh water. So what kind of other examples, what can the environment of the fresh water we can found? It is the lake, or we can find in the river, or we can find in the ditches, or we can find in the pond. The different types of environment which is suitable for the or which contains lot of fresh water in this environment. So different types of animals also are found in the freshwater environment, those who are only found in the freshwater. These are the turtle, these are the different types, these are the duck. You must have seen it floating in the pond or swimming in the pond. This is the duck. See, these are the different types of fishes what we can found in the fresh water, as well as the shrimp, then the frog. See this frog, and one of the this is the shrimp, this is the prawn. There are also some varieties of the prawn or the fishes which shrimp which can, like fishes, which can grow in the brackish water or the salty water, or even the area which is not totally fresh. Okay, and also this area we can find this animal, this is very known to you, that is the toad. Okay, so these different types of animals are found in the fresh water, we can see in the fresh water. So from here we can come into the conclusion of this today's lesson, that the plant or the animals which we can see they are living in the surrounding is their habitat, and there are five types of habitat, amongst which the forest, the desert, polar mountainous region, ocean, and freshwater. And we had seen different types of animals, how they are found in this environment. In the next class, we will learn some more topic, some other topic. Till then, all of you stay safe, take care. Thank you.